Hello everyone and welcome to Kitbashing, the channel dedicated to epic scale kitbashing, and our first issue of WarCommentary. Every time Warhammer Community releases a preview of an epic scale model, I'll be here to spitball ideas for how to use it for conversions and kitbashes when it finally releases. And look at that, here's a new one on the very first day of this channel. It's like it was planned. It wasn't. Now, let's have a look at the Malcador tank variants we will soon have on offer for the Solar Auxilia and allies. It looks like we'll be getting the Infernus with its comically large flamer and separate fuel storage, and the Tank Hunter, proving that you can fight vehicle fire with other vehicle fire. We already have the base assault version of the Malcador, with 2 being included in the starter box, though we haven't seen a separate release yet. At first I expected this article meant that the kit that builds both of these starter versions and these new versions would be one kit, but that would mean more than 2 sprues per box, and this line at the bottom suggests otherwise, so it doesn't look like we'll get any specific spare bits that we don't already, but I'll be very happy to be proven wrong when it releases. The starter Malcador, although just named the Malcador tank in the rules, represents the assault variant. It is, however, possible to turn this into a Malcador Defender fairly easily. It just needs the big hull cannon, and then the turret cannon replaced with a bunch of heavy bolters, which, considering how much nicer the las cannon is as a Sponson option, we're all bound to have plenty of those to litbash with. I will do this kitbash for a video when I can actually get a starter kit, gold dust that they are. I will also say that when I do that video, the completed result will be raffled off on my Patreon, as I'm not a Solar player. So do please consider joining if you'd like to be included in all future raffles and giveaways. We can also make the Annihilator variant straight off sprue using the Destroyer hull cannon and twin las cannon turret options. As such, from the starter box we can already make the Assault and Annihilator, and with a little litbashing, the Defender. With this new kit off sprue, we can make the Infernus and Tank Hunter variants, and that gives us all the standard variants of the Malcador represented, which is fun. The new kit also gives us dozer blades, which is neat because every version can take them, so you can take them from this version and add them to the standard version depending on which variants you like your dozers. A notable missing mini is the Minotaur, however, which is based on a Malcador chassis but backwards, with twin-linked Earthshakers and loads more armour. Now we might get this model released officially at some point, because it's a pretty iconic tank in 30k with a unique silhouette. So I'm not in a rush to make this one, but I do think it would be possible with this new version. To start off, the obvious thing would be to turn the chassis round and use a few of those fuel tank holder arm things together to create the armoured front. The twin cannon can be made by putting 2 of the Vanquisher battle cannons side by side on the sponson, and then putting trimmed battle cannons in the holes to lengthen them and skinny them up. I'd use another set of the fuel tank holders to create the front shield. I'd then use an inverted second tank with the treads trimmed off to create the extended arm placing, scraping off unnecessary details, and screen stuffing as necessary. I'd fill this gap here with 2 of the Tank Commander minis to act as operators of the big gun. This would require 2 Malcadors of any variant to create 1 Minotaur, and again there is a real possibility we'll get Minotaurs as real models before too long, as we have all the other variants, so it's a risky one, that's for sure. But it is indeed possible. What do you think? Would you like to see me try to make a Minotaur using the 2 Malcador variant kits when it comes out? It would complete the set of Malcadors available. Do you have any better ideas for this kit? Let me know in the comments. Please like, share and subscribe and all that jazz, and please share your creations with me in the comments. I read every single one and would love to see your creations. I may even feature them in videos, with your permission of course. And if you want me to be able to afford the kits to chop into pieces for your entertainment, please consider my Patreon. Speaking of which, a huge thank you to my first ever patron, Edwin. You're an absolute star. I'll hopefully get many more as this channel grows, but you will always be my first. Thanks again. Bye everybody. Merry Christmas to you all when it comes, and keep on litbashing.